Good morning, guys. Lonnie here, having a cup of coffee with y'all. About to do a little packing. So I actually had a couple of pretty interesting sales yesterday that I wanted to share with y'all today. A couple items I've had for quite a while. I think they can be kind of instructive. And then after that, stay tuned because I'm going to be talking a little bit about Smartpost and some questions and comments that I've had on the channel about Smartpost. So stay tuned for that for sure. But let me show y'all what has sold. Okay, so some of you may remember Kuddles. Kuddles is the name I gave to this crazy looking clown. And it's spelled with a K. So Kuddles is pretty neat though. The clothing appears to be handmade, hand crocheted. The actual face and stuff is some kind of plastic or cellulose, something like that, which I disclose in the auction and all. But the thing with Kuddles is I picked Kuddles up for $1. My wife, who has like really good sense of style, thought I was crazy for picking this up. Had quite a few subscribers and viewers that did not like Kuddles much. Like the clown thing, the clown phobia thing is real. Some of them, like, I think truly, some of you guys truly do not like this. Like, not like whenever I say, you know, scary clown, creepy clown, I'm scared. I'm kind of joking, but I think it's like a real phobia for some people. So, how did I try and sell Kuddles at first? I put Kuddles on auction 3 times for $30, starting bid of $30, and no traction. I got some helpful input from Deb, Pinching Pesos YouTube channel, Deb. She told me to add the word haunted, and still didn't really get any traction, but I kept the keyword haunted in the title. So thank you, Deb. And Tanya Thrifty Treasures told me to tell a story, which I have a little story in I didn't do like a great job. I'd have a little story in the listing talking about how Kuddles may or may not have killed its previous owner. So anyway, I had it up for auction 3 times. It's probably been in the span of about 3 months, I guess. And no interest at $30. So I was like, screw it. Put Kuddles up at $150, buy it now. And just left it there. I threw Kuddles up, way up high in the closet. Hid him or her. I guess that's a him. I don't know. Can't tell. Hid the clown away and forgot about it. And didn't hear anything until yesterday. I actually had it on sale. I think a 15% off sale, somewhere in there, at $126. Somebody sent me an offer for $100. I took it. Happily took it, and now Kuddles is on their way abroad. Kuddles is going to the UK. So UK viewers, Kuddles will be near you soon. So it's been pretty fun though. I mean, people could have had Kuddles for $30 a few months ago. It just goes to show you that some items you have to be patient. And, you know, if I wouldn't have had GSP turned on for Kuddles, Kuddles wouldn't have had that worldwide exposure, and I would still have Kuddles. They wouldn't have sold. Kuddles is going via GSP this morning, though, to Europe. So, Kuddles, have a great journey. We're going to miss you. Okay, the other item I sold yesterday, and if you watch my channel, if you go to like the home page of my channel, you'll see this is actually my my wallpaper, or whatever you call the big picture, the big image for YouTube channel. It's actually this. I just have like a big blow up of this as kind of my background image. So picked this radio up quite a while back. I don't know, 5 months, 6 months, something like that ago, and paid $5 for it. And I mean, it's got a really great color. Now, this is a Motorola 57A radio, and whenever I listed it, there were none currently for sale. So this exact model was not on eBay, but there's a ton of radios like this that are even more desirable than this that have sold on eBay recently. Some really nice ones. So I kind of figured the value of this radio, just a guess, probably about 70, 80 bucks. And that is not really allowing for the color, which I thought made this a lot nicer. And the condition, like the condition is really nice. It looks like it probably just sat on a shelf for 50, 60 years and wasn't really touched much. Like even the back, you can tell, I mean, the back looks new. So, and it does work. It could probably use a little cleaning. I disclose all that in the listing. But my wife really liked it as like a decor piece. So she wanted me to keep it. And she said, but look, I know you got to make money on stuff. And you could sell it, but you have to get at least 150 for it. So I put it up at $199, and it just sat. I got a few offers, and I had a couple of pretty good offers, like one at 100, one at 120, something like that. And I just told them it was a good offer, fair offer, but I was going to hold out for this price. So somebody actually paid $199 for it, and it's probably just somebody that had to have this radio for some reason. They're willing to pay probably a little more than the market value, although actually there is no market value currently. Worth point, maybe there is. I don't have a subscription. I didn't get anybody to look it up on Worth Point. It's a Motorola 57A. So if you have Worth Point and you're watching this, punch that in, see what you come up with other than my current sale, right? If you could tell me what the sale before that was, that'd be pretty interesting. So yeah, somebody had to have this at my I don't want to sell it price. So Candace was a little unhappy it sold, but she was happy that I got $200 for it. Couple of fun sales though, very fun. So the next thing on the agenda is Smartpost. I had a couple of people ask, what is Smartpost, first of all? And then last night I had a comment come in about the way I use Smartpost. You know, kind of a critical comment, but that's cool. I want to first tell y'all what Smartpost is, or my understanding of it anyway, and then we'll talk about the comment. So Smartpost is a joint service between FedEx and USPS. So how it works is you package your item and you print out your Smartpost label, and you're instructed to bring it to FedEx, to drop it off at a staffed FedEx location. FedEx will take that package in and then bring it across country to the nearest hub to where your buyer is. Then at that point, USPS, it'll be transferred to USPS, and they will handle the last mile of that delivery. So the package will actually come via USPS to your customer. They won't ever know FedEx was involved unless they look at the label. So why use it? In a lot of instances, it's considerably cheaper. I'm not going to go through each and every instance that is because it's different. Like, I've found some packages that are like 2 pounds that are cheaper to use Smartpost for, and I've seen packages that are, you know, 2 to 4 pounds that is better to use priority mail for. So it all depends on, you know, the size of the package, the weight of the package, where the package is going. So I recommend that anytime you get above a pound, you're going to be looking at, you know, priority and all that stuff, you know, priority or FedEx Ground or Smartpost. Just compare the options, and if you want to, you can give them, you know, give all the options to your customer. Now, I will say that Smartpost is typically pretty slow. I think they say 2 to 7 days. Double check that. 2 to 7 days on the eBay website. I have seen it take Typically, I would say probably about 5 days, but sometimes up to 10. It just depends. I mean, uh, sometimes it seems like these packages, these SmartPost packages, they just put them on whatever truck. I've seen some crazy ass tracking. Um, and then you don't really have a go-to if something happens, because it's like a joint thing. Who caused the damage? I haven't had a SmartPost package actually get damaged before, but I have read that FedEx won't cover it. Now, this is not something I've verified. Do your own research on that, because I haven't actually done it. I don't have experience with that myself, but I have read that FedEx won't cover any damage, that the only time you'll get damage covered is if it happened while in USPS possession, or I might have that reversed. But, you know, good luck trying to get either one of these companies to fess up to damaging the package, right? So, you know, as far as insurance and stuff like that goes, check that yourself. I would not recommend shipping anything of higher value. I would say, you know, over $100, I would not ship via SmartPost. I would ship either FedEx Ground or USPS Priority. So that's what SmartPost is. I use it a pretty good bit, just because it saves. Like I just sent a backgammon game that weighed 4 pounds to Seattle, Washington yesterday. Now, if I wouldn't have offered SmartPost with that item, there's no way they would have bought that item. And I've already had it for sale for 3 months. So without using SmartPost, I probably am still sitting on that item. SmartPost made it cheap enough to where somebody at pretty much the farthest reach of the continental United States could buy it from me. So that's kind of this power of SmartPost. So let's take a look at the comment. All right, guys, let's take a look at the comment that I was talking about. And I'm going to I'm not going to respond to some of the more inflammatory parts of it, just because I'm not going to. But I do think there are some good points that are made here, so I didn't want to ignore it. Hey, stop telling people to do the wrong thing with the SmartPost stuff. SmartPost goes to FedEx. It's a FedEx service. Don't be lazy. Go to FedEx. You're going to cause people to lose their accounts because of late arrivals. Okay, so SmartPost is a FedEx service. It's a joint service, but it's supposed to originate with FedEx. And when you print your label, it actually tells you to drop it off at FedEx. And what I've been doing is leaving them out for USPS to pick up. So that is what this commenter is taking exception with. Now, I do have to say that you're going to cause people to lose their accounts. I think it's important to remember that anything that you do or anything that I do, it's totally your responsibility. So I don't think it's possible for me to cause anybody to lose an account because of a late arrival. And I would also like to say, before I talk any further, I have never had a late defect because of this. Shipped quite a few packages out like this, where I'll leave them for USPS. And I have no defects for that. And I am a top-rated seller. Now, having said that, if I had some defects for late shipments, there's no way I would use SmartPost. I just wouldn't trust it. So, you know, there is some validity to that point, but I think some of this is a little sensational. Now, further down here, let's see, I'm going to skip that part. The right way to send all SmartPost through FedEx. See, and now here's the interesting part. See, what happens when it goes to FedEx is that it goes via FedEx and is put on their ground service. Okay, agree. Until the package arrives locally, and then it's handled by USPS via their parcel post service. If you drop it at, and here's the interesting part, if you drop it at USPS, it goes parcel post the whole way. Now, this is the part that I had never heard before. I assumed, and I had heard, that the package would get picked up here at my house, be brought to the post office, and then FedEx would pick up the package from the post office and then they would handle it, to the destination post office. But according to what this commenter is saying, it actually goes parcel post the whole way. So basically, at that point, I'm paying FedEx, and USPS is actually doing all the work, and that wouldn't be fair. How many late arrivals does it take to lose an account? Probably a lot. I don't know. I've never been, in danger of losing an account, like I said. So, and I've not had any problems because of this. But I do want to cover this because if I'm paying FedEx and USPS is doing all the work, then that's not very fair. So what I did was I pulled up 2 shipments that I've made recently, the tracking for them. And these are 2 shipments that I actually, printed a Smartpost label for, and then had USPS pick up. And here's the tracking. The first tracking happens in Baton Rouge. So there was no acceptance scan or anything like that was made on pickup like all the rest of my packages get. In transit to local post office, I'm not sure who has the package at this point. It looks like it's probably USPS though. So I'm thinking that might actually be accurate information. In transit to local post office. Okay, here we go. Here's the part though that is a little weird on the tracking, is that I'm not sure who has the package here, because it actually originates in Denham Springs, which is where the pickup was made. It doesn't get scanned until Baton Rouge on the 26th. And then on the 27th, we have a scan that says in transit to local post office. So I'm not sure exactly who has the package. It could be USPS, though. I will allow that it might be. Package was shipped on the 25th, and it actually arrived at Seattle post office on the 28th, and it was it hadn't been delivered yet. Today is the 28th, so it's out for delivery with U.S. Postal Service. So I will allow that this could be in USPS possession the whole time. Here's another one that's actually been delivered, and it's the same thing. In transit to local post office, it didn't get scanned until Baton Rouge. The next scan at U.S. Postal Service facility the next day in Delaware, and then the day after that it's out for delivery with U.S. Postal Service, and it was delivered. So man, that was really pretty quick service for Smartpost. Shipped it on the 21st, and it actually got to its destination on the 24th. So I will say about that commenter's post that it is possible that USPS had these 2 packages the whole time. And if that is the case, then that is not fair, and there's another comment made that, it says to, bring it to FedEx whenever you print the labels. That's true too. So, take this information for what it's worth, and do some research on your own if you need to. It looks like you're supposed to bring them to FedEx. There's, that's pretty clear, but I didn't know that, there's potential that USPS did all the work. So I may change what I do, based on that. So, I was wrong. I don't think I told anybody to actually do this, but I did show me doing this. So if I influenced any kind of incorrect behavior, I guess that's a possibility. So, it looks like I was probably wrong about FedEx Smartpost, but I thought it was worth looking at. So glad the comment was made. So, if you want to do it right, bring your Smartpost packages to FedEx if you want to do things the right way. If you don't, if USPS picks them up, they'll still get there. And, they probably won't be late. I haven't had any late defects because of it, but I guess there's a potential for it. There's always a potential for stuff like that. And then you may not have the same recourse you would otherwise. Like, what if the package what if the package ends up missing between here and FedEx? Do I have recourse, right? Because I didn't follow the proper channels. You may open yourself up to some additional liability that you might not have had otherwise. So, yeah, I was wrong. So, but anyway, guys, we will be doing the Cajun Pickers show tomorrow night. Supposed to be on Michael Cole's channel, Kinetic Energy. I need to talk to him and firm that up, make sure it's going to be there. But check on social media, and I'll make an announcement if there's anything different, or I'll just make an announcement and tell you where the show is going to be. And if it's not here tomorrow night, look over there. So take care, guys. Bye-bye.